watch it, okay?
Whatever, baby.
Close the door, stupid. You're calling me stupid, Jay. Whatever. Fake ass tough rapper.
What's going on?
Yep.
Yo.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Marvin Lattimore.
Oni Francis.
And this is another edition of Welcome to My Hood Films. Une!
Marvin.
Oh, do we have quite the show? What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man?
Oh, yes. As you can see, folks, we are back once again doing what we do best. Our mission to bring the world to the hood one film at a time continues. As usual, we either find somebody who hasn't seen enough hood films or just not with the hood culture in the sense of hasn't lived in the hood. And we just put them on a hood film. However, this
I
song...
like how we keep adding more.
How did I have more?
No, I was saying you added one more. And I was like, you never lived in it.
No, because I realized I said the hood culture thing and I had to stop. And I was like, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
Because our guest has seen a fair share.
Sometimes the guests seen a few and we have to get deep into it.
There you go.
You gotta go to deep, dark waters.
I was trying to save myself because I didn't want to offend. So, anyway.
Like she already got the goal. Now we gotta get like emeralds for this one.
Yeah, let's just cut to the chase and go ahead and introduce yourself. Let's get it cracking.
Hi, I'm Heidi Grandberry. I'm the non-hood that they brought on to watch the movie. So I think that, you know that like I'm from Wisconsin and raised in like, so that's what made you think that I haven't seen a lot of hood, but
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like I know Baby Boy, like I know like yo fuck your fort nigga, like I know. Yeah, I'm familiar.
I know things.
I love it.
Also, off screen, I introduced both of them to a hood classic that they knew nothing about, Bossin' Up, starring Snoop Dogg. They hadn't heard of it.
100% true.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think you should cover that.
We should.
In a future episode.
Maybe we should have you back so you could put us on to that.
Or we can just do the next deal we have. Or if you want to come back to the, would you like?
Actually, yeah, I should show you. I should be the non-hood shows hood classics to hoods.
You know what?
I felt uncomfortable. I shouldn't.
You know what?
You got so hyped. Like, you know what? You got all your shit. Like, you know what? Fuck these two niggas right here. Well, I'm out for the Bronx.
It's all good. It's all good. What part of Wisconsin you repping?
I deserve that. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm from the state. Like I'm not from Milwaukee. I'm not from Madison. I'm just from all the rest of it. I'm from rural Wisconsin, which is 98% of Wisconsin. I'm from southeast corner of Wisconsin.
Okay.
Was there a town name?
Yeah, but why mention it
Fair
even?
enough.
Why,
I was like, what you repping? Like, what was it? Was it Eau Claire?
It was it was like a population of like 800.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay,
yeah, like no sidewalks. Like we never locked. I mean, so to be fair, I mean like
that's like a population of a 4-story building in the city.
Right. Like we never locked our door. I didn't even know like we had a key to our house or anything like that. Yeah.
So this might be an ignorant question. How are you watching these baby boys just on television? A lot of BET.
It was cultured. I don't know. I just made sure I was like in touch.
Oh, your mother was like, you gotta watch something. That's not what the hell I'm doing.
Well, it was my dad. It was
so
my
your dad made sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He was around for at least that part.
Yeah, and like cousins and stuff. Cool. And like they would make sure to like sit me down and make sure like you need to.
Good family right there.
Yeah. And and then you guys had me watch The Streets is Watching.
I love how you said it. The Streets is Watching.
The Streets is Watching, and you asked me to say like what I saw.
Yeah.
And
please.
And what I you know what I saw? Like I didn't not much, not much, and then also. Too much, like too many things. Like there was no story. There was no real like plot developed. There was no like character arc or anything like that. And then about like Well, you guys saw, like, it was like, what, 40 minutes in, they just threw away everything and they just started, like...
it was that long in. It might have been like 25 minutes, 30
Yeah,
minutes.
it was just like Dame Dash's voiceover, like, yeah, y'all niggas remember when we shot this video when we only have $12?
Yeah, she's right. That's basically what happened, folks. And then you guys start talking about old ass videos before this.
It was like 6 videos straight.
That was awesome. I love that.
In their defense, they did tell you up front, this is just a long ass music video.
You know why I think I missed this one? Like, this one never came across my radar. I think that this is something that just boy cousins would watch and, like, force each other. Yeah. And then, like, that was just, like, this is one of those things where I'm, like, glad I was a girl. Like, I was freed of this. My cousin's like, no, you gotta know about the culture. Like, they're like, no, go let her play.
Your cousin had the wherewithal to be like, this ain't for you.
Yeah, like, this isn't for little girl. But I'm positive my older brother has seen this.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Listen, you a Jay-Z fan. Oh, Jay-Z got a long video. Oh, shit. Like, oh, never mind. Never again.
Yeah. I mean, as I was telling you when we saw the movie, I was like, I remember watching this when I was younger.
Right.
Because my best friend, his brother, he had those type of movies. Like, he bought the little DVDs.
I think I saw, like, bootleg on the streets.
Yeah, it was most likely bootleg. Like, so he got that. I more listened to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because they had a legit... So one, it's not even a stereotype. One just fact we know about hood films is that even though the movies is going to be trash, majority of the time, the soundtrack is fire. Mm-hmm. Sure. And even though this was a movie that you will explain in a minute what you saw
loosely,
it still had a soundtrack that had mostly none of the songs you heard in there. There was actual legit artists, some on Rockefeller, some not on Rockefeller. So it was just like, yeah, I remember listening to the soundtrack like, why is this actually good? What's going on? Mm-hmm. So,
minus that one song with like the auntie chorus.
Yeah.
What were they saying? What is the meaning of life?
Yeah, so like
that was awful. Jay-Z, if you ever watch this, that song is not good. Yeah. I enjoyed the rest of them though.
Yeah.
But that chorus was questionable.
Hey, they all ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, most of what he did was most of the songs that he did was off of his album In My Lifetime Volume 1. Mm-hmm. Even though the movie came out prior, well, no, not just In My Lifetime Volume.
Streets to Watch is album number 2, isn't it?
According to IMDb, it said this movie came out in
98.
No, Streets is Watching was not even like his album. It was what? Yeah, it was a movie soundtrack.
Yeah, for the BS.
Yeah, 98. You're right. It was a long ass video. Look what they have it listed under.
It was a musical. They're all theater nerds, honestly. Like all these rappers, they're theater kids.
They got the heart of a theater kid.
They all do, yeah. They're artists. Yeah,
they are. You're right. Yeah.
Bunch of fucking nerds.
According to this, the synopsis is a musical film in which Jay-Z compiles many of his unreleased music videos into a continuous film. The film takes place in Jay-Z's old neighborhood in Brooklyn, New York.
That explains a lot.
I
can see why they were unreleased.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only other people you might know is Dania Ramirez played Jay-Z's girlfriend, and actually that's really kind of it.
There were so many women in there that could have been Jay-Z's girlfriend.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't narrow it down at all.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It's probably the one that was fighting.
Yeah.
The one with lines.
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah,
it just has other things like Eli James, Thug Number 2, and Edmund W. Davis, Man in Nissan Pathfinder. That is the quick. Listen. I get it. We all entertainers. We got to put stuff on our resume. But damn, just like, I remember you used the Man in the Nissan Pathfinder. He's the Man in the Nissan Pathfinder.
You think his kids saw this movie?
Yeah, they say he was the Man in the Nissan.
No, you think Jay-Z's kids saw this movie?
Well, not his youngest daughter, but maybe Blue Ivy.
Maybe Sir. He's probably making Sir watch this.
Oh, okay. Maybe that. Yeah. That's true. This movie was directed by Abdul Malik Abbott.
Maybe they got the YouTube lockdown on their phones.
Maybe. Or they already seen it and they just didn't tell their parents.
That's funny.
There's that too. It was written and directed by Abdul Malik Abbott. Wasn't Rich to write, but
That's not wrote what?
well, according to this,
What did he write?
the four writers is Damon Dash, Jay-Z, Abdul Malik Abbott, and
I'm assuming
Chaka
all
Pilgrim.
the non singing parts, the non-rapping parts. That's what he wrote.
That's what this is, and it came out May 12th, 1998. So, 27, right? 27 years. Yeah, 27 years.
Yeah, it checks out. Yeah.
Yeah, it checks out. Thank you. It had and one thing we always love to do on here, even though it didn't gross anything in the theater because it didn't go to theaters, this movie had a budget of $320,000 estimated.
That's what it looked like. Yeah, that looks
right.
about.
That's about right.
That looks about right. Yeah.
What made it look like it had a budget of $320,000?
We gotta probably rent a bunch of shit, rent out spaces.
You give me a hit.
Just the general like resolution, quality, the transitions. Honestly, like the Microsoft PowerPoint, like transitions of like the photos of them, it wasn't even it was like a flash to the next photo. Like they didn't even really get into the weeds with you could have did like a pixelated checkerboard, fade in, fade out.
You could have tried for something.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah. Yeah, mostly that I would say.
A couple more.
Did I enjoy it? Again, I don't think you're meant to. I don't think that they put this out for people to enjoy. I think it was meant for us to hate on, really. I think it was because, as I said, we're the streets, we're watching, right? And we're meant to be envious of everything that he has going on. I don't think we're not meant to. They had very little consideration for the audience.
Oh, yeah.
Very little consideration for the audience. They don't care how we feel.
I give you that. That's true.
Yeah, it's all about them.
It is all about them.
It's all about them and them showing off and telling their story.
Telling the story.
Yeah, really forcing us to listen to the story, honestly.
They wasn't really forcing us.
Yeah.
Nah, you ain't even I mean, it goes off of because by then Jay-Z was already 2 studio albums in. He had Reasonable Doubt and he had In My Lifetime Volume 1. So that's where you heard most of the songs was compilation of those 2 albums. But yeah, nothing else really much, folks. This is one of really the most disappointing episodes you might hear of Welcome to My Hood Film because
I don't say that.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't say that.
That has nothing to do with you.
She's like, no, well, I'm the guest. Fuck that.
Anyway, just clip it up.
Okay, clip it up. Okay,
and,
talk to me. Let's talk about it.
And there's something I was going to say earlier.
Okay.
Because we were talking about that one actor from The Bear being haunted by the fact that he said the N-word in the Jay-Z music video.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say is I'm also haunted by the fact that I was in a music video as well when I was 20.
Word?
Yeah, for some local rapper in Elgin, Illinois. Yeah, my aunt, she's just always getting into some sort of get rich quick, I'm a boss, whatever. But
they
she's
gonna turn into a video vixen?
Yeah, but she's an RN on the side, but then she also wants to be a music manager. So anyway, she was just I could get my niece, because I was 20 at the time, to be in the video, and we could just pay her in t-shirts or whatever. And anyway, so we go to a basement, somebody's suburban house in Elgin, and in just in front of a green screen, and yeah, I'm the star of that video, and I'll show you guys. But I'll hold my phone so that you can't see the name of it, and so you can't search it, because I can't let that come back up.
No.
I can't have it.
The last thing we would do is put you on blast like that.
Oh, and then also he he went to my Facebook and inserted all of these profile pictures of me. It's
No, we wouldn't do that to you. The last thing we would do is that.
You can't get it off the internet. You can't like delete it.
No, like I would have to reach out to this guy who like never made it, and
Yeah.
Take it down. No.
yeah, no, it's not gonna happen.
Or make
Yeah, I was like 20, and this guy was like 36. Like it's not gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can see how you can relate. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. See?
So again, like another thing you wouldn't have predicted, like I was a video vixen.
I mean,
Let's go. We got a video vixen on the Welcome to My Hood films. Let's get it.
we got our own Melissa Ford over here.
Got our own Melissa
That's right.
Ford. Yeah.
We probably
I
get
like
more
that.
views if we can make that happen. God damn it!
Yeah, you never know. You know what I'm saying?
I'll look in the budget, see what we could afford.
So in your mind, like when you saw the beginning of the movie, what did you think was about to go down? Like, what did you think you were seeing about to transpire?
Oh, I mean,
In your
I
own
mean, it was just like we were talking about earlier. Like anytime like rappers write a movie that is sort of like autobiographical, like they're always going to be the coolest. Like they're not going to be flawed characters. They're not going to like have moments of like humility. They're not going to be like embarrassed or broken down or anything like that. Like it's just going to be, I'm the coolest guy. I'm going to kill who needs to be killed, and I'm gonna like say something really great after it happens. Like I'm gonna say
God damn it, yeah.
yeah. I mean, and that's exactly.
Unless
And
it's maybe a comedy.
yeah, I think that like
Maybe.
the only rappers that
Ice Cube?
Ice Cube. That's in like the pipeline of like
Yeah.
rapper to like family,
Yeah.
dad,
Yeah.
Disney movie
Yeah.
pipeline. Ice Cube, and not Snoop. Snoop just like
Yeah, I know.
got really cozy with Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
I mean, Snoop had a couple of movies where he's kind of like the coolest guy in the film.
Are we counting Tyrese as a rapper? What was the rapper name for a second?
Who?
Oh, Black Tie.
Black
Black Tie.
Black Tie.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had a rap alter ego named Black Tie.
Yeah.
And he made an album where he was.
It lasted one album. He did like a double album with all.
He went right back to
doing
singing.
Yup.
And it was like, yep, I get it.
He's still a rapper. He ain't no Chris Brown.
Who are you talking about?
Oh,
Tyrese. No Tyrese?
Yeah, he had a rap alter ego.
Oh no.
Ballhead,
No.
Yeah, he made a alter ego called Black Tie that he claimed that he had done before he was really singing. He tried to rap first, it didn't work out. He went to singing. People were like, "Oh, keep doing this." So yeah, his career took off. Movie star, rap singer. He tried to do the rapping because at this point he's like, I'm big. People know who I am.
Fast and Furious, goddamn it! Like, yeah.
And people was like, yo, what happens to the singing though? Is that on the other album? Oh, all right, cool. So I'm gonna go there.
I'm low key want to go home and listen to that. Like, damn, how trash was it?
Yeah, that was the one time people thought The Rock was right because when they was beefing, he took Tyrese's whole album and snapped it in half with his bare hands. He took the whole CD and said, "Shit is trash."
No, that's not like a accomplishment. The CD. Did he take like the CD and the case in it? That would be more impressive.
I don't remember. Maybe he did, but he definitely snapped that shit.
He snapped the double disc over in half. That would be incredible.
All I remember was
that's
people.
steroids.
All I remember is people online was like, "Nah, to be fair, it was the rap side." So he gets a pass for snapping it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they had a beef, The Rock and.
It was because of the movies.
It
It
was
wasn't.
the whole thing.
Yeah, it was the whole thing.
He was the ego too big. Him and Vin Diesel, The Rock. Supposedly he has a contract. He can't lose anything. It's fine. He's paying for it now.
Fun fact: the conflict lasted longer than the movie you just saw.
Yeah. You know what? I did learn a bit about Rockefeller Records. I
Okay.
will say because I wasn't sure about like I guess the three heads, the Dame Dash, Jay-Z, and then the other guy,
Biggs.
Kareem.
Yeah, Biggs. Yeah, Biggs.
Yeah, because all I really knew about Dame Dash was like that interview on the Breakfast Club where he's talking about like, oh, my son has cookies and like, what does your son have? Like, my son has a cookie business.
Be your own boss drink. That drink. Where he was like, you gotta be your own boss. Yeah.
Poor Dave Dash. That shit
Yeah.
legacy now, bro.
It really is sad when you watch a movie like this, honestly, because this is when they were like
Yeah.
thick as thieves. Basically, they was tight. And at the time, it seemed like the two of them couldn't be stopped. Like they was gonna make just dope music, just manager artists, and then one thing led to another, and Jay-Z, as you can see, don't even have to make music anymore because he's married to somebody who can just keep pumping out.
Supposedly
gold.
he's supposedly on that Clips album. Supposedly.
I can see that.
But I'm hyped either way.
I can see that. I might be the way. Welcome back, Clips. And at the same time,
later, we all back,
Dame Dash is now most known for doing a video where he was talking and his dentures fell out of his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It's like, it's so,
Yeah.
it sucks. It's like, for us, it's like the equivalent of like me and him have an argument and then he goes on and he's headlining tours and doing all this other shit. And I'm still sitting here and then I take off my hat and all you see is, oh, shit. It's just like, what happened?
Like the paint.
Yeah, the whole paint from the 2 pages fell off. Meanwhile, Oni, touring the whole world, he's like, damn, Marv. So that's where it's like, sometimes I don't know what happened. I don't know what the full actual reason for their conflict, but.
Well, they say it's Aaliyah, right?
They said a lot of things.
And honestly, I think that makes sense. I think that's a good hypothesis because of the trajectory of like Jay-Z's career. He really took that like big pimpin' idea and like really was like, wait a minute, this actually is a better way. And he's like really pimping on a very, very high level with Rihanna. And I'm saying her name correctly. It is Rihanna, not Rihanna.
Her real name is, never mind. No,
but yeah, like finding.
her name is Robin, but okay.
Okay, but I'm saying Rihanna, the pronunciation.
Nah, talk your shit. Keep going.
Yeah.
You good.
But yeah, like finding these like young, talented, beautiful women and then signing them to his label, and then he profits off of everything. What he had like not A. Marie, but Tierra Marie.
Tierra Marie.
You're
briefly.
right. Yep.
And then it started with like Foxy Brown, I think.
Emil.
Emil, yeah.
But like I think just as an unattractive man.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I think that he recognizes like the power, like because he has so little of that, like being physically attractive, he recognizes, like he sees like the other end of it, and he recognizes the power that women have, and being attractive and having eyes. Like a woman, just a standard issue woman. A standard issue woman is going to get the same amount of attention as like a guy trying his damnedest and like
she's right.
Like a mid-tier rapper, like just an everyday woman is getting. So like if you can harness that power and like have it work for you, I mean that's just what pimping is.
Yeah.
Is it not? It's like it's exploiting the inherent power that women have with their beauty and their ability,
horny dudes.
Yeah, their ability to like capture attention.
Yeah,
That's why you have like raw puss in
raw puss
in this video. That was the most like.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a scene.
Yeah.
They did too much. Admittedly, they did a lot.
They did a lot, but like they need the women because like who just wants to look at a guy standing around?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have been better off without the scene. It would have saved you some time.
Without the women?
Yeah, I would take that whole scene out. Take the
okay, I'm saying like okay, we're not talking about like the puss, just the women. Just, women are more interesting to look at.
Yeah, sure.
Than just a rapper, just sort of like dead eyes staring at you and like almost
blowing away his ops. No, I get you.
Yeah, it's like okay, I get it. Enough. Look at something beautiful.
The scene didn't even push the plot along. Well, I think they'd abandoned the plot by this point. I think they already smoked their ops by this point.
Where do you feel the movie pretty much ended in your eyes? Like at what point do you feel like the movie was done to me?
Oh, I think when that guy it was like after the puss scene. And that guy had the "you're dead" thing. I think that was probably where everything just completely unraveled, and they just like threw away. It was about like 38 minutes. 38 minute.
Yep.
I feel like that's where it was at too.
Yeah. And it was it was honestly it was a bit audacious for them to like, carry on for 22 more minutes without any sort of like plot, but they did it.
It is.
It's hip hop. That's great.
I mean, it's crazy when you really think about it that he basically did a movie where he told a little story where he won, and then at the end he just gave us deleted scenes for like almost a half an hour.
Deleted scenes.
It was unreleased videos.
Scenes had nothing to do with the kind of plot they were already saying.
No, I get that, but I mean, like, they were unreleased videos, so it was like, that's as close as we're gonna get to a deleted scene for this movie.
Yeah.
You ain't getting nothing else. But
tough stuff.
yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, it was a movie where you're just sitting there, like, trying to make heads or tails, and then you tell yourself, man, after 30 minutes, this was just a TV sitcom or something. But it was just
It wasn't funny though.
It wasn't. But I meant to say it was a TV show, like a 30-minute show.
Yeah.
However, it was just that I agree with you. Once they took that dude out and left him with a message to say you're dead, that was like the end of the movie, basically. It was like not much else they could go off of. They just kept singing and singing and singing. And then Dame Dash closed it out. And yeah. This was the evolution of Rockefeller Films, ladies and gentlemen. This is what led to Death of a Dynasty, Paper Soldiers, State Property 1 and 2.
I haven't seen any of those.
Word.
What did you said?
State Property 1 and 2.
Okay. One.
Yeah, I know. It's a series.
Oh, so I mean, I'm assuming State Property is about like going into prison, right? State Property.
The second one more is.
Property of the State.
Yeah. Technically.
Is starting Dame Dash.
No.
He's in it. He's in it. Yeah.
Are you familiar with Beanie Siegel?
Yes.
There you go. He was the star.
Well, no, I mean, I know that name.
Okay.
Well, Dame Dash was
know what he looks like off the top of your head? It's okay if you don't. It's been a while.
Is he like unattractive?
Wow, is that your first question?
Yeah.
I mean, is he?
I don't know.
I'm gonna show you what he looks like.
Just,
and you tell
Google
me.
it real quick, ladies and gentlemen.
Cause he ain't no. Yeah, no,
if you want to see it for yourself, go on YouTube.
He ain't more chestnut out here. I'll tell you that.
And see Streets is watching. The whole video is legit on YouTube, free of charge. It's only an hour. You can pass through it real quick.
You're better off looking at this. I'll be honest with you. At least we're making more sense.
Did you
we all look We all look relatively okay.
Did you show the picture?
Yeah, I showed the picture.
Okay, cool.
He has that dark cast around his eyes that Cat Williams was talking about. He's like, all my enemies have darkness over their eyes.
He's probably always masked up, so
yeah. No, he's talking about like how Charlemagne and then there's like other guys have like a
ring around her eyes.
Yeah, or something.
Funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't think about that before.
Yeah.
Charlemagne Eve, I can believe that.
Is there a character in this film that you was like your favorite character? Somebody that you wanted to see in the next scene? I know.
Oh, it was
pulling straws.
Oh, it was like crew member number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah, no, he was a cutie patootie. Like he was,
You did say that a couple of times that there was some handsome gentleman.
Yeah, no, there was some real talent.
Oh, they can't wait to see you in their 50s. Hello there, young lady.
Yeah,
it might be 60.
Yeah, there was some talent.
Talent.
No, I don't. Now, old men have worms.
There you go. All right.
You ever heard that before?
No.
Yeah, that's what they tell like young women like in the South to keep them away from like he gonna give you worms.
This is why education's important, people.
That's enough. Like you don't need the education. No,
I think you do.
Worms inside.
But what does that mean?
They're just they just have parasites and they're disgusting and
wow.
I don't know why you're scared with lies. Just scared with pregnancy. Like you want to have like a real fucking not have a childhood, bro.
Thinking about the worms.
Yeah.
I
Honestly.
was never told worms. I turned out okay.
Me too.
Yeah. What kept me away from
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't know he's going to tap me, but I was also thinking to tap him up at the same time. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say what kept me away from old men was just like living with my dad and just like seeing how men are behind the scenes.
Okay.
I moved in with a 35-year-old man when I was 15.
Yeah, that's tough.
My dad.
That was a TV show.
I'm saying I moved in with my dad.
Yeah, I know. That's like a TV show, not a good one.
It does.
Yeah. Well, they already did it. I already thought about that.
Right.
It was with what's her face, Kyla Pratt and
and
Flex. Yeah, they already did it.
That was a good show.
They already did it.
But it was like, come on, that's not how it happened in real life.
Oh well, I mean, here you go.
It was kind of like that. It was kind of like that.
Okay, well,
but like more farts and just like men's bathrooms are disgusting.
Yeah.
He was just at least he wasn't wilding out. He wasn't he wasn't hooked on anything though.
What?
He wasn't like wilding out in the streets though. I'm like not crazy like that.
What do you mean? What?
Like he wasn't out there just acting a fool.
He was just acting. He was asking, was he going out like, you know, just partying too much, drinking, doing drugs?
Oh no, my
like
dad
that?
was like, he's a working
Oh,
man.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
Middle class
he's-
citizen. There
Yeah,
you
he's,
go.
he's a working
Okay, it's
man.
regular.
Yeah, that's what he meant. So wilding out, you know, like.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah.
like when he had the time, I suppose.
There,
Like,
there you go.
like on the
There you go.
weekend.
That
Yeah.
clears everything up.
Anyway,
She was probably like, "What you say about my pop beat?" You know,
Yeah,
what
what-
streets
like-
is watching, son.
you're right. In the streets.
I think you should make one just about the streets of Wisconsin.
Was
the
your
streets is
dad?
watching
Yeah.
for
Was
you,
your
you know?
dad living in Wisconsin?
Parents were divorced.
Right. You're right.
Mom moved us out to the sticks, and then we would go visit dad. And but dad lived in the suburbs, but there were still like more black people there
Okay,
around
wow,
dad.
okay.
Yeah, but they're like suburban blacks with like hood cousins. And then yeah. So that was like the extent.
noise. Couple of one or
Yeah,
two
just
years,
like, you
something
know, like-
that's fair.
Yeah, like not like a half step away.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's okay. You don't need to see some of the shit we've seen.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true. As you can clearly tell by the movie you saw, you don't need to be seeing this shit. She was like, yeah, right.
Yeah. No, it looked like, you know, New York hoods were like really dangerous
Yeah.
Back then.
at one point. But like they're not, I don't see that at all. And I will say I did date a gentleman from Sheepshead Bay.
Okay.
And he lived in a project there.
Okay.
Okay.
And I had the best time. Like I stayed with him and his family. Honestly, it was just like really great community. Like people looked out for each other. And I just, yeah, felt very safe. Chicago projects, however, are like really intense. Still.
Chi-town.
Still.
Yeah.
Chirac.
That's different.
Yeah, I mean, you hear the music that's coming out of Chicago.
Drill?
Yeah.
I kill
Yeah.
it.
No, over here, it's not that crazy no more.
Yeah, you guys should watch some like Chicago hood classic hip hop
think we covered
version
one,
or
too.
something
Yeah,
like that.
We might have did one.
Yeah.
We've done so much, so maybe.
Yeah.
We'll look back and see. And if not, we
Yeah,
will
all
throw that
blend
on there.
together.
Yeah, just.
Who's from Chicago doing
There's some. We just don't really pay attention
They do a
to
lot
it
of
much.
shows.
Yeah, but there's
They do a lot
definitely
of
one
shows.
where the setting in Chicago.
We
We
know
just
how to show.
we just didn't really pay attention to it like that. Who is your favorite character?
Oh man.
Go ahead, say it.
There's not really a lot to work with here. I guess Ho, because he had like Michael Jackson powers where he was stopping his ops with like the power of rap.
Yeah, homie opened the car door. He was like, nope.
Yep.
Well, that was Dame, but still, y'all get it.
He watched him, a man watching rap 2 whole verses at him. It did nothing. Jay-Z didn't walk up with a gun or nothing. He's like, what's up?
They had more than enough time.
Yeah, they had enough time. They had a gun right there. He had it on him.
They
Like,
could have
yo,
drove away
Could
too.
have drove away. Well, they were being blocked. But still, you could have.
They could have just something.
They coulda
They could have
something,
rammed
bro.
the car. They could have backed up, and by the
Right.
time they pulled out the guns, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah, but it was like musical theater logic.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, musical
That's
theater
true.
powers.
It's near tune forcery. Yeah, it's near tune force.
He was gear 3.
Yeah, it's like right there. It's like in a musical, I can sing something and it'll transition the whole scene. So when I had a gun in my hand, that gun turned into like a flower. Whereas like in this movie, that's what happened. He started singing. These same dudes who was talking wild spicy before he walked up, like Jay-Z, in my lifetime, Jay-Z, man, ain't nobody scared of him. And then all of a sudden they got in their car and they're like, yeah. So let me get the keys to the hotel, man. Get up out of here. So
Rappers aren't that cool anymore, are they?
like
they're
not cool to us, but
No, I'm just saying, like, they're not putting on, like, that front so much. Like,
the
they're...
tough guy front?
Yeah,
They
not
don't
really.
need to.
Oh, it's
No
a
one
different.
needs to
It's a
do it no
different.
more.
It's
yeah,
more
different.
like because of the Kanye West thing
Yeah.
of, like, everybody lacks confidence.
A lot more
everybody is-
emotions.
Yeah, that's sort of, and the Drake of it all,
Yeah.
like, sort of, like, opened up the floodgates for rappers to be more, like, honest about, like, their, like, depression and their anxiety and, like, what they feel.
Really honest about that either, just lying a different way.
Okay.
I mean, Kanye.
Well, some people
Lying his ass
really have seen some shit that are still
Yeah,
out here.
yeah.
Some of the newer rappers too. You could tell they really seen some shit.
No, like no one's trying to get smoked like that.
Yeah.
Rap
They-
after Biggie and Tupac, all that stuff.
Yeah, their vibe is just like
And especially Triple X. Sextortion.
Yeah, people are getting shot or they taking themselves
So,
out, so they're just like,
they're not trying to really be about like, yo, I mean, it was, see what happened to Shot-Town. Else Little Jerk ain't coming out, so like maybe we need to stop.
yeah, it's just
Maybe we're done with that.
they're just making music and making
maybe
money.
The street
and
shit might be done.
That's for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my favorite character is similar to Heidi's, which was I don't know which random goon this was, but there's a goon at the beginning of the movie. Like Oni said, Jay-Z had the moonwalking powers, and there was a shootout randomly in the projects. They just started blah blah blah,
I know you
letting
know
off, and Jay-Z's like, oh snap, and he's backing up shooting, which I still don't know how he didn't get popped once or at least 3 times.
Popped.
No one on Jay-Z's side got popped from this random ambush. And Dame Dash like hides behind the staircase where he still should have got popped. It was
Dame
just
Dash
shooting like this, cross guns.
Like Equilibrium and
Yep.
Matrix. Like, you've seen too much shit, bro. Relax.
And a guy who had the greatest hiding space in the world because he was safely hiding inside the apartment buildings where they weren't shooting at, decides to jump out. And while jumping out, he just lands and it almost looks like he's gonna like slide over the rail or some like action movie shit. And he's just like, and then they realize like, oh no, they're these guys are powerful. Let's just go. And they just go. Was it one of the worst scenes in the movie? No. Was it one of the funniest scenes in the movie? Unintentionally, yes.
It was a funny scene.
It was the funniest scene in the
It was
movie
so
because
goddamn funny.
he just jumped out in a real life situation.
Right in front of Dane Dash
Yeah.
like a jackass. Everyone should have been hit.
Everyone should have been taken out. This whole movie should have started and ended with that one scene. That is my 100% belief. But now on the flip side of that, what is a character that have you ever heard of the phrase, whose man's is this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. So who is the character in this movie that you had to look at and say, yo, whose man's is this? Or woman's, whatever.
Oh my gosh. What a question.
You gotta pick him.
Who's man's?
Got the pick of the litter.
Because first of all, like, who were the characters? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and then just like a bunch of random people.
Yeah, and the goon. That's it.
And
You
the goons.
got your choice of 4 people at that.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the guy with the grill and
Yeah.
the do-rag.
All right.
He had the most. I guess the thought crossed my mind, like, whose man is this? Like, I did question.
It's the main goon, for real. It's the whole goon squad,
whose
really.
man's? Whose
Yeah.
man's? Am I saying that wrong?
Yeah, no, you're
Nope.
fine.
It's plural
100%
man.
right. Yep. Well,
Whose man's?
whose man's?
It's like a possessive.
No, that would be.
Or is it whose man is? No, whose man's is?
It's just
Oh my God.
M-A-N-S.
I've said it too many times and it's lost all
It's
its
lost-
meaning. Yeah. It's like I said igloo too many times and then like the word's lost.
You could go with the
Whose man's
apostrophe if
is
you
this?
want, or you
Yeah.
could just do it.
Oh, I got back.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. There you go. There you go.
Okay, yeah. When I looked at him, I thought, whose man's is this? Yeah, I
Beautiful,
definitely,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. Okay.
You're overthinking it.
Yeah, how about you? I mean, I feel like when you ask a question like that, you have an answer queued up.
Usually me and Oni try to have one by the end of the movie. I just like to surprise my guests because then they say something very funny. So I was going to say that it was the one goon that Jay-Z stopped who was driving the van, who then left to another hotel, and then Jay-Z called him and took him out. But then I found out the reason they took him out was because they had a double agent, per se, in both crews. He was repping the villains, and he was repping Jay-Z and the Brooklyn Avengers. So,
I am really impressed that you caught that. I had no idea what was going on, who
It
was
just a random
who.
light-skinned dude that showed up a couple times. Like,
I
what
couldn't
this guy?
tell up from down. I had no idea what was going on. So kudos to you for.
Thank you. I got that part because then they highlighted him and then took him out later because they found out that he was playing both sides of the game, which is not cool, obviously. But that's when I did the math and I was like, because I was laughing because I said that to Udi. I was like, why was he at the same hotel? Like what?
Nah, I knew he
And then we
wasn't at the
realized
same
that
hotel. All right.
they went to another hotel to try again. But then that double agent told Jay-Z like, yo, they over here.
I figured he had an inside man because he said it in the song, but I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
My brain was like, I don't know.
And then they took out his other homeboy who was also close to being nominated because he looked back and saw Jay-Z and Dame and was like, oh, I need to go. And he looked and saw other goons, then looked back and then it was like,
Yeah,
fuck it, there ain't nowhere else for me to go. He could have just said like, all right, you guys win, do what you got to do. But instead, for some weird reason, he just continues to proceed to walk forward towards the goons, when Dane just takes him out. So I guess in his mind, maybe he thought like, if I'm gonna go out, let me get my last taste of what it's like to walk. I don't know what happened. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But to bring it all home, my pick was, and will forever be in this movie, the women who were sitting in the projects across from Jay-Z and them, who got mad and jealous because two other girls was coming for new attention from Dame and Jay and the rest of the crew, and decided to shoot a gun in the air to scare the women off for no apparent reason, because they were outnumbering these women 3-2. So they didn't need a gun. They could have easily beat these women up. Yeah. That's all I'll say. That's all. You could tell that these were like bougie chicks that came into the projects versus chicks who lived there. 95% of the time, these chicks that live there are going to win. Just saying.
Yeah, they got home court advantage.
They're
already dressed to fight.
Yeah, they ain't even no word.
They already in mental state to fight. They're already ready to fight.
It was already in throwing the fade gear.
It's like a human fighting the same.
It was like, it ain't gonna work. So it was like, you didn't need the burner.
It ain't gonna work.
They kept arguing. It was in their face, and homegirl was like, all right, I air it out right now. She didn't even have to shoot the burner. She just had to point it, and they would have been like, you know what, you got it. And then the other girl ran off and took off her jacket for no reason.
Maybe she thought the jacket would be a distraction. I think that's what she thought. Like, all right, if they take this fur, they won't.
Slowing her down, maybe.
It's slowing me down. That's what I thought. I thought it was slowing her down.
The jacket was slowing her down?
She started running. Is
it a weighted jacket?
She was like, I can't run with this jacket on.
That's funny.
Take off the hat, too. Okay. So that's mine. I thought that was a very unnecessary. Yeah. First off, that was probably the most unnecessary scene.
Yeah, it's a waste of a bullet.
Sure. I really legit thought that
calm down.
The girls dancing naked was unnecessary, and then somehow that scene managed to one-up it.
No, it's absolutely necessary.
It was? Tell me.
Well, yeah, because it just like adds to like the machismo and the bravado of it all. It's like, look, these women are willing to kill over me. That's very important.
Okay,
it's
so
important.
You got that one.
That's important that people know that.
You got that one. You're right.
The toxicity
I respect that.
of it all.
The toxicity of it all. That's right.
Look, no, I'm telling you, Jay-Z knows how to like harness, like really snake his way into like the power of women and like what that means. Like also the attention that women can capture, and also the power of keeping a woman's attention. Like people see that and they're like, they're like envious, and like they'll listen to you more.
I
respect that answer.
I respect that.
I like that.
Like, do you not feel that, like, if you see a guy that's just, like, women just, like...
I'm going to be honest with you. If I saw that, I'm not talking to nobody over there. Yeah, you're like...
If you saw them fighting, or...
Well, not exactly that. I'm just saying, like, if you see a man who, like, women come up to him and are just, like, love to see him and, like, respect him, listen to him, and just, like, adore him and are willing to... like, defend him, then it's like, wait a minute, like, what is it about him?
I will wonder what's going on. Then I find out, and I was like, okay. It's usually drug related, but okay.
I think it's more than that.
I can only speak from my experience, but
I think
I've probably been in the Bronx too long.
Have you ever read the book about how to like pimp a woman? What is it? The Art of Pimping?
I have not.
Yeah, no, it's really fucked up. Like how they go about like breaking down a woman, and then like.
White boy write that? Who wrote that?
A pimp, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just one of
Did it have a name?
Oh, one of the main ones.
Okay.
I think it was Don.
Don Magic.
I think
Don
so.
Magic one? Okay.
Yeah. I think he wrote a book about pimping.
Don Magic.
I did not read that pimp book. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just like basic sort of like manipulation.
Shit you should already know.
Yeah, just like basic, like breaking down a person's spirit and like their confidence and their self-worth and their sense of self, and then making them.
Google that now. You need it.
Yeah, you make them dependent upon you, and to a place where like they're willing to go out on the street and then give you the money. That doesn't make any sense, but like it makes sense to them because. Anyway, so who was?
Whose man is this?
Yeah, who was your whose man is this?
Great transition.
Yeah.
The producer himself. Just whoever made this.
Abdul,
the writer. Yeah.
Because even the editing is like, bro, you could have did better editing than this, bro.
Yeah, he did.
This needed at least one more rewrite.
Mm-hmm.
Kill the ops toward the end of the movie.
Nah, they wanted to tell you that. After we took these people out, we were able to make some of the best rap songs the world can ever think of.
Then show that.
That's what they did. That's the name of the
You could have
unreleased.
put the stupid unreleased shit in the middle. Hey, we were trying to figure it out, and the bitch ass ops still fucking with us, and then you can kill them off of whatever counts as a third act in this film.
I don't know, man. It might have been needed. Cause look, Heidi's gonna go home now, and before she lays down to go to sleep, what's gonna pop up in her mind?
She's like, "Fuck this nigga Woody."
That's what she's gonna say. What's the meaning? She's gonna be at work singing that shit. They're gonna be like, "Yo, what you singing?" That's some old Jay-Z shit. What's the meaning of life?
Fuck Marv, fuck.
That is the general thought that keeps me up at night, but it's just like not to that terrible chorus.
I know, right?
That general sort of feeling of like melancholy and like ennui that every human has.
That is a question that people be like, "What's the meaning of life?" But nobody sits there and go, "What's the meaning?" If you start singing, they're gonna be like, "You know what? I don't think that's the meaning. I'm gonna go."
Yeah, like this dude definitely doesn't know.
You don't know because you're singing it.
Or maybe he really does know. He's just not telling nobody.
Yeah, yes, if his kids saw this, I think the more important question is, do you think Beyonce?
Hell yeah.
100%.
Do you think that she was like, yeah, or she was just like?
I think she gets it.
Well, I mean,
I think she gets it.
At the time, she was doing the Destiny's Child thing. He was on the come up. So they were both in their own respective worlds.
So you think she saw it like when it came out?
No.
Okay.
I think by the time she saw it, it was too late.
It didn't matter at that point. He was already the biggest rapper.
Because it was off YouTube for a very long time.
Yeah. It was just his own buy it on a DVD or buy a bootleg.
I'm sure she had access to.
Yeah,
of course.
I don't think Beyonce is gonna spare time be like, yo, I gotta find out what what weird music videos Jay-Z's done. I don't think she cares.
Well, I get what you're saying. Maybe they had a conversation, and she probably was like, what movies have you ever done a movie? And he was like, oh yeah, I've been in some movies. I actually, starred in my own joint. And then
that's a pretty good Jay-Z just then.
Yeah, I don't think
that shakiness. I can't do it, but
he might have told her about State Property because he had no choice. I was a little more.
By the time they was dating, I think the first one was out. That's so crazy. Maybe, but I feel like maybe he brought it up, or she probably knew about it. You might be right, and she probably saw it, and it didn't stop her from wanting to date him. But at the same time, she was probably like, well, that was his own, artistic vision.
This probably be a deal breaker for some people. They saw this.
I think it would have his albums flopped after that.
Yeah, definitely.
Then we'd be seeing a Cowboy Carter with a different kid. By the time we knew they was official, it was 2002 or 3. Okay. So by then, they're not even worried about no streets was watching by then.
Yeah.
He's already Blueprint 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's by this point, you see that? That's what I'm saying.
Nice.
In my lifetime, by that time, it was in my lifetime volume 2 and 3.
That's right.
Dynasty, Rock La Familia joint, 2 Blueprints, Best of Both Worlds. He made mad.
He was probably sick of Jay-Z by that point. I want to hear no more raps from this man. I'm good. Yeah. We got it.
Yeah. He probably sat there and was like, is there anything you want to know about old projects I did? She was like, no. And he was like, well, thanks. Do that shit right in the trash. It's we will never know that this project ever existed. And then years later, Blue Ivy was watching TV and she was like, Daddy, why are the streets watching you? Oh no.
Wow, what channel was that?
YouTube.
Oh, you think she was on YouTube? She could have been tight. Yeah, you got to type.
Jay-Z movies.
I truly believe they got a lot. They are not allowed to search him in that household.
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah, probably certain controls.
Certain controls.
Mm-hmm.
I would pay for that service.
Yeah.
Right to the goddamn CEO, I'll give you an extra $5 a month. You make sure my kids cannot
I mean,
access these
people
videos.
dig shit up. Remember when him and Cameron had the beef and they found out that Beyonce did a song with him about selling drugs?
No,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Cameron played that. That was the nuke. That was the nuke that almost made people think Cameron had won the battle, and then Jay-Z
remember
just
that.
shut it down. Yeah, so what happened was Cameron kept beefing with Jay-Z.
Okay. I do remember
with
that
the whole
part.
Rockefeller thing. And
Sorry,
Jay-Z,
you're going in a tangent.
No, we're getting in the weeds. I like this.
yeah, Jay-Z
Learning.
was quiet.
All
Like,
right.
he didn't respond for a
As you
minute.
prefer, yeah.
Because he was like, so they kept coming at him. So they were the ones that first exposed his age. It was like, you out here telling people 30 is the new 20, and you over 40 years old. They was the one that exposed his age.
I do remember.
It had everybody like, yo, he's pushing 50? What? They was the ones that also showed that, well, they didn't show it. New York Post showed it, but then they reminded people. They was like, yo, you the king of New York, but you was on the front page of the New York Post with chocolates on, thong slippers, da-da-da. So they got him on that, and everybody was like, yeah, all right, that's kind of funny, but
they weren't rapping. That's the problem.
right. So then they made the diss record, and everybody's like, oh. And then at the end of the diss record, he reminded everybody and played an old Cameron song, and Beyonce singing in it. And he was like, yeah, I had your girl singing about drugs. So everybody's like, what?
What song is that?
I'll show it for you because I can't, YouTube.
Yeah,
will get me
he's
for
like
it.
super sensitive about like who can act. Like for Beyonce's for the Pink Panther music video,
Okay.
check up on it.
Yeah.
He was like, so it was
remember
Young
that, yeah.
Thug, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Oh, Slim Thug, yeah.
Slim
yeah.
Thug.
Slim Thug was the original version, and then it was
Yeah,
1B.
and then they weren't allowed to like be alone with her
Oh, wow.
at
do
any
remember that. I
any
remember
point
that.
on the set, just at I'm sure just like to avoid any sort of rumors, like that's like it's not possible because we made sure to keep everything separate.
That was a straight
like
Christ,
super.
That was an all-star
That was
Houston song
wild.
right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Dope.
Well, that was the thing. Before, when Cameron did the song, it was way before her and Jay-Z ever dated. So he got away with it because at that time she was able to,
You know, I think that's also. I mean, outside of being creepy, I think that's why he went for someone so young like Beyonce, because the likelihood of people being able to use her as ammo goes down. Like the less like.
Anybody has any interaction with her?
Yeah, there are fewer
course.
men that have had. You said that. Wow, so matter of fact. Like, yeah, that's what.
I'm
men
not
do.
doing that, but I'm saying that's what they do. Like, unless they want the, unfortunately, they want the person that ain't been touched that much to be the one to say like, hey, I got that and you didn't. It's all ego nonsense.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't agree with it. It's gross, but
Yeah.
I mean, Jay-Z did used to date a chick from the streets. I can tell you about her real quick. I know her story. She used to live in Marcy Projects, and she was the jealous type. One time, some girls came right in front of her.
Okay.
Started.
Yeah.
you're an idiot, bro.
Yeah.
What was the point?
I just love that she was like, okay, I see what you go with.
You already
You about to tell me some scene I already saw for that whack ass
thin
movie.
ice already.
Nah, we good. We can wrap it up. Usually, folks, one of the questions we love to ask is, would there be a sequel or a reboot? But as you can clearly see, this movie wasn't really meant to do either or of those things, unless he made some story about his life now and,
Ain't nobody trying to see that.
yeah, ain't nobody really.
Unless it's about to be whatever court thing, possibly that would be
Like him winning
about that.
can't make a movie where he's winning Grammys and still popping people. Like it can't be. He has children and stuff.
You just gotta make it silly. You might have to go the Ferrari route.
Yeah,
Go Lego with that shit.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Would you watch Streets was watching if it was like a Lego version? What? I'm not trolling. I'm legit asking. Like that's a
I'm
good
talking
thought.
about a movie now, not the Streets of Watching version of Lego, but I'll probably watch that too.
I would watch that.
I you know what, once was enough.
Yeah,
Lego version or
Yeah.
otherwise.
okay.
I think that I think I'm all
Fair
set.
enough. Okay.
That's
Fair
fair.
enough.
I'm all set.
Fair
Would
enough.
you watch something like that, but it's modern day, like he's being a family man, but it's Legos?
Still living in Marcy.
Again.
He's like, I don't need to know nothing about Jay-Z.
Again.
Yeah.
I'm
Fair
done.
enough.
Yeah. I'm
Thank
good.
you.
Gotta hope.
No, 50 Cent on the other hand, I think like I watch more productions by him because like Jay-Z, 50 Cent, like he did that one role where he lost a bunch of weight, like he had, like,
Oh yeah.
like he's willing to actually
Yeah.
be like dive into like the artistry of like film.
Jay-Z never really tried to be an actor. We can't even.
Right,
I'm not
right.
gonna- yeah. 50 Cent tries.
Yeah. Some really hilarious memes came from that movie, like emaciated 50 Cent, hilarious.
I remember that one. He had like cancer or something like that. And he was mad skinny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Trying to get that Oscar, baby. I respect it.
Mm-hmm. He did try.
But yeah, so I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Heidi,
we got out the way.
we want to thank you for taking the challenge with us, and appreciate you just watching it.
Yeah, thanks for this. Thank you.
Yes, no problem. Well, you've already seen your fit. Can you tell us again some of the films you saw, or did you tell us before?
Oh, like most of them. Like even like the like Blood In, Blood Out.
Okay.
Remember, like the Mexican Hood.
Right. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then of course like like Tales of the Hood, Boys in the Hood.
Okay. You've seen like the major ones. You did State Property though. Interesting.
Juice.
Okay.
Oh my God, like the whole cast. I'm saying like I was watching as like a kid, like Tupac, the light skinned one, and then Omar Epps. Just like not the other one, but they were just like all so cute. Juice is really good. I love Omar Epps. Omar Epps was like one of the first adult men I had a crush on. So Sleepy Eyes. What other Hood? All the John Singleton movies.
She's seen the respectable shit.
Boys in the Hood, Baby Boy, yeah.
And then like old what's something Hook? What's that guy's name? Older guy. He produced Hoodlum.
I know.
Bill Duke.
Bill Duke.
Bill Duke. Is that the name of the movie? Or?
No, Bill Duke. No, he's like the actor. He produced he went out of his way to produce a movie about Bumpy Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
He's like before Frank Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know Hoodlum. It was on the list for us to watch.
I forgot about him. He was in Menace to Society.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know he done fucked up, right?
Have you seen Hoodlum?
No, it was on our list, but they took it off.
Oh, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
I think Queen Latifah is in it too.
These are the Waltons I'll see. Yeah, I know.
He was in Get Rich or Die Trying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I got you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You got your stuff.
I've seen most of them, but then there are a couple where people like you guys are like State Property. You're like losing your minds, but like I don't think that like most people have seen State Property.
No, that's definitely like it's right there in the gutter with this thing.
Yeah, I've seen Dead Presidents.
You seen the shit you were supposed to see.
Yeah, and you guys haven't seen Bossing Up, so
yeah, you're right. See, listen.
Okay.
There's some that have escaped. Checkmate. Touche.
Mm-hmm.
There are some that have escaped our grasp.
And you didn't know who Bill Hooks. I'm saying Bell Hooks. I'm mixing Bill Duke.
No, I didn't know his name, but once I saw his face, I knew who he was.
Yeah.
You know, as black folk, sometimes we just know like a certain thing.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I may not know Christian Bale, but if you say Batman, I know who the fuck you talk. I could point him out.
Yeah.
We walk in the street, hey, that's Batman. Oh shit. And then he'll be like, my name's Christian Bale. Like, all right, cool. I know you're Batman, motherfucker.
Yeah, bro, I didn't see those other movies, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see those other. It was American Psycho. Oh yeah, that's cool, but you Batman now. So it's like that's where I'm at. But I got you. I remember that he's my man from Menace to Society that was like, you're done fucked up, right? Mm-hmm. And he kept tripping homie up with the question. So I remember that.
Classic.
I remember that because then he did the same thing. He guest voiced it in an episode of one of my favorite cartoons of all time, The Boondocks. He did the same scene. So I remember that. But we do appreciate you pulling up. We do appreciate you dropping your own knowledge of hood films while meanwhile watching one of ours that we gave you to watch.
You can come back and show us the Boston Up and make me feel
I'm gonna dig deep. I'm gonna think of more that you guys haven't seen.
Sure. If there's another one you got, holla at us. You know what I'm saying? But can you let
the box is open now?
Can you let these lovely people know where they can find you and, performing, whatever, anything like that?
Well, follow me on Instagram at Heidi Grandberry. Heidi spelled the normal way. And Grandberry, grand like Grand Canyon, berry like strawberry, and then my website, HeidiGrandberry.com. And, that's where I post all my shows.
Okay.
And so a lot of stuff in New York. So just come out. I'll be in Brooklyn, Manhattan, wherever. I say yes to pretty much everything, as you can see. Yep. Yeah, book.
Bang, bang.
Book me. I'll
There
come.
it is. That's the promo of the year right there. You like, if I'll do this shit, I'll do this show too. Fuck it, holla at me. I'm outside.
We're
Summertime.
here in the Bronx.
There you go. Folks, there's literally a moment while we were watching the film. I was recording her watching the film, and I try to get that on social media, and she literally looks at Uni and goes, "You dragged me to the Bronx for this."
Sure did. Sorry. Listen.
Yeah.
I could not stop laughing at that, ladies and gentlemen. I busted out laughing.
I did a braid out for this. Like I did a lot.
Oh,
yeah.
she was like, I took
It
my
looks
hair off, you
fantastic.
motherfuckers.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, Streets
thanks
of
a lot.
Washington do not deserve that.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This is your fault, Jay-Z. You owe her. You too, Dame. Anyway, you can follow us on all social media using our link tree in the description
You
below.
picked the movie, so you go over the percentages too.
Fair enough.
I brought it here, so all percentages.
Fair
too.
enough. Fair enough. So you,
Yeesh.
and yeah, you can follow us on there. We'll make sure we have Heidi's social on there as well. If you didn't hear what she just said, you can go to the description and check that out too. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you all for watching another edition of Welcome to My Hood Films, and we're gonna be back with another edition soon. So in the meantime, we're gonna sign off. It's your boy Marvin Lattimore,
Louis Francis.
Heidi Grandberry.
and we are off this, people. Peace.
It's The Rock. Oh, for
Streets is
now.
watching.